Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the cast. I'm Eddie Vegas, your host, and today we're doing something a little bit different.
Good luck.
I'm broadcasting actually a cash game, a 50-cent buy-in, here on PKR poker software.
Cool.
And we're going to do something a little bit different here, in that we're going to try to maybe upload this to YouTube afterwards. So, welcome to the stream. And let's get started. So in Seat 1, yours truly, Eddie Vegas. In Seat 2, Kiki. Seat 3, McCrystal. Seat 4, Patchouli. Seat 5, Mary Rosa. And Seat 6, Mr. Fish.
I fold.
Alright, so hopefully this is going to, if everything works out okay, this is going to be a little bit of a tutorial here in a 6-max tournament. The level of play, seeing as though we're playing for 50 centimes, it should be a little bit higher than what you're going to see in your usual full house poker match.
Cool.
And that's what I kind of like to illustrate by playing here. So we have a call from Kiki. We have a call from McCrystal. Patchouli folds. We do have a call from Mary Rosa. And we will go ahead and check this Jack Deuce suited.
Check.
There actually is quite a bit of limping here, which I really don't like. Now I've flopped nothing, so I'm going to go ahead and check it.
Check.
And Kiki checks. I'm rather surprised, actually, that there's so much limping. I was really expecting a lot tighter play here, especially it's the early levels. And this is a huge bet from Mary Rosa. Well, okay, you can take it, huh?
I fold. Cool.
I fold. And here's the turn card.
Huge overbet, and it gets called by Kiki. That's got to be a dangerous card there, because who would bet? And suddenly now Mary Rosa is getting cold feet.
All in.
And we have an all in. I would have to guess that Mary Rosa has an 8, and Kiki has a king. Interesting. At any rate, we're not putting any music on this cast because it's going to be uploaded eventually to YouTube, and I don't want any trouble with the authorities. Alright, next hand. Jack 7. We're in the small blind, and we will be folding this.
Fold.
It's early days. There's really no reason to get out of line, exactly as in Full House Poker.
Cool.
We can go ahead and sit back and let everybody else freak out. I would have flopped 2 pair with Jack Kicker, but that's okay, really no problem.
Bet. Fold.
We're still getting used to how everybody plays here. I'm starting to think now that Maria Rosa is a little bit loose, either that or she's catching cards.
I bet.
And now there's 100. That's a pretty small bet into a 270. And a call. Whoa. Well, these guys are pretty darn loose, huh, actually. Now there I would have made jacks and 9s with a 7 kicker.
Fold.
And Mary Rosa folds again. Wow. That's a second hand I've seen Kiki sort of freak out with. So hopefully we're going to, assuming that Kiki's in the hand, I'm already thinking that I want to slow play against him and fast play against Maria Rosa. Alright. King Queen on the button. This is going to be worth a bet here.
Cool.
Let's see what happens here, Mr. Fish. Lay it down.
Fold.
That's the way. Now, 50 in the pot. We're going to raise it to 60.
Raise.
And let's hope that Kiki lays it down. That's the way.
Fold.
And McChristoph calls. That's bad news for me. But anyway, I have position.
Here comes the flop.
Here we go.
Check.
I think I am going to continuation bet. After all, I have kings, queens, and a backdoor flush. So I'll go ahead and bet 100.
Bet.
He's got to think that maybe I have like nines or jacks or something like that. I mean, I did raise.
Fold.
Alright. The continuation bet got through, and I'm up $60. Better than nothing. Alright, next hand. I'm in a cutoff this time. And we have Jack 6, which we're going to fold. Once again, super, super tight.
Raise. Fold.
There's a raise, and Mr. Fish, he's coming in. And we get a call. Of course, he's on the button. That's actually not bad from Kiki.
Fold.
We get a fold and a fold, and Maria Rosa is actually folding this one. Well, let's see what Mr. Fish does.
Bet.
This $20 bet into a $210 pot is either he's drawing to clubs or he doesn't know how to play poker. Now, if he's checking,
I bet. Call.
And a quick call. Now, I'm guessing that Mr. Fish made his flush.
Check. Bet. Fold.
Ooh, that's interesting. That's very interesting. Because really, I put Mr. Fish on the flush, and I put Kiki on actually sort of badly playing there, but I guess I was wrong. Okay. We can see already that the level of play is just a tad tighter. I mean, after all, we're playing for 50 centimes. This one here is going into muck.
Fold.
No reason to get out of line.
I call.
All of a sudden, when money gets on the line, people start playing a little bit tighter.
Call. Call.
I'm going to go ahead and adjust the view here a little bit so we can see everybody, because that's I can't seem to get a good camera view here.
Check.
I check.
Check.
Without blocking Patchouli there. And if I don't block Patchouli, then everybody else kind of suffers. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to flip to the overview.
Check.
And we will reduce the size of the interface a little bit,
Bet.
so we can see everybody. Hopefully that's still legible up here, so you can see exactly what's happening. I'm currently in second place,
I check.
and Kiki is the big chip leader, and Maria Rosa, wow, and 1,000 into that, 3-4, wow, what have we got? 3-4. Oh yeah, he hit his open-ended straight draw on the river. And Maria Rosa is down to $10. So it looks like we're going to be losing a player here really soon. This guy goes into muck. 4-3.
Fold.
Not worth playing.
Cool.
We get a call from Kiki. It's sort of normal now. He's got like a huge chip sack. But he was actually quite lucky there with hitting his hitting his straight.
Check.
And we have a bunch of limps.
Thank you.
I'm really surprised at this. I've seen tighter play for the 12-cent tournaments, the 12-cent sitting rows, than I have for the 50-cent. I was really hoping to see some tight play here.
I call. Fold.
And now we're heads up. A third heart hits the board.
I bet.
60. So small. And a raise to 100. This is a min raise.
Fold.
And a fold. So Kiki was full of
Here
shit.
comes the river.
King 2, 9-8. And Patchouli takes it down. And just like that, we're down to 5 players. as it should be for all of you who play Full House
Cool.
Poker still. Only first and second place are paid.
Oh, cool.
Have the big blind now. King 7 suited. We're hoping there's no
Fold.
raise. We get a fold there. And we're going to check.
Check.
I don't really like the fact I'm going against the big stacks, but
It's
we'll soon
on
find out.
you.
I'm going to look at my cards. I do have a king, and I think what we're going to do is lead out at it for like 100. So I bet 100.
Bet.
I have backdoor spades at any rate.
Cool.
We get a call. I'm not really in love with that.
Fold.
Okay, here's the turn.
Now I have a draw to spades, and I am going to put a blocking bet out there of 175. This, I'm just hoping that he's going to call me. If he's got like king, queen, or something like
Cool.
that, yep, there we go. And this gives me a chance to hit my heart. I check, and we still have a 7, and I think we're just going to have to bet this one more time. We're going to have to bet 300, because otherwise he gets the lead.
Cool. There you go.
So if he couldn't beat a king, why is he calling me down? That was very strange and very weak play from Kiki. I just don't understand why he would be calling me after the second bet. After the turn bet, if he can't beat a king, he should lay it down. So what, he thought I was full of shit? Very strange. Very, very strange that. Okay, we actually have a heart draw here.
Cool.
So we'll go ahead and limp in and hope that we can see a cheap flop.
Here's
And we can.
the flop.
I'm going to check my cards one more time. We're going to check.
I check. Check. I check.
And I get a chance to hit a heart here. This queen doesn't help me, but I'm still going to look at my cards one more time. And I'm going to check.
I check. Check. Check.
And it's checked around. The 2 couldn't have helped anybody, but to tell you the truth, normally I should bet here, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to go ahead and check it and let somebody else
Check.
bluff at the pot. I really don't care about the 40 bucks. If somebody's, I can't beat anything really. I can't even beat ace high, so. Now see, I would use this same strategy here if I had a 9. I would be checking it, and then I would re-raise Kiki. Because we saw him
I fold.
really sort of strangely be calling me all the way down to the river, and I have absolutely no idea why he would call the 300 bucks on the river there. That just seems very strange. I have to admit I'm not I'm confused, but
I fold.
I guess in a good way. I think even though we have the button, I'm not going to push my luck here. Especially Mr. Fish seems to be
Raise.
thinking about it. There we go. That's a perfect reason for me to
Fold.
get out of the hand.
I fold. I fold.
And he gets a fold, so he takes it down just like that. He shows the ace. Probably, what, ace 10 or something like that? Okay, next hand. Now I'm in the cutoff.
Fold.
We get a fold. 7-6. Actually, here I'm going to get ever so slightly out of line. This is the first time all match
raise.
that I've done it.
Fold.
And this gives me the button. I'm sort of attacking
Cool.
the blinds here. But I do have a rather weird hand. And what luck, I flopped 2 pair.
I bet.
Okay, now I'm going to think about it for a little bit because I am in a great position, and I think I'm going to call, because if he's betting, I put him on a king, and if I have him on a king, he has at the most 1 club. Here now I've filled up, and now I have a full house. If he's still betting, he thinks he's good, I'm going to call one more time, like I have maybe king 10 and I think it's good. And whatever happens, I will be putting him all in.
Check.
Now here, I'm going to Hollywood a little bit. And I'm going to bet 1100.
I bet.
And hopefully,
there you go.
ace 9. Oh yeah, okay, he did hit actually. That fourth club. That's very good. The 4th club actually made him call there, and he checked, and he was sort of trying to suck me in. And fortunately, I had a really good hand, so now I fold this.
Fold. I fold.
Oh, we're down to 4 players. Don't forget, I need to finish second here, and we're really far away from second, but we do have some short stacks. Now that I have massive chip lead,
Check.
the good spot for me is going to be the cutoff when Kiki has the button. However, Kiki has proven himself to be certainly not afraid to call a raise. Actually, I think my best strategy here is to sit back and wait for the blinds to get bigger. The blinds will be going up in 6 minutes, but we have lost 2 players like really fast, huh? I have the big blind now.
I raise.
A pair of 7s. Pair of 7s. This actually, a min raise I don't think is good because ace queen is going to call. So I'm going to just call. And actually this is kind of a semi-set mine. Let's just hope we get like little dinky cards. That ace, I'm going to think about it for a bit. And I'm still thinking. And I'm going to fold it face up.
Fold.
That does a little bit of advertising for me. Basically, the thing I'm trying to get across is that I will lay down hands.
Fold. Raise.
Have another raise. This guy, I'm going to stick with my initial strategy. I'm going to wait for the blinds to go up. And besides Kiki, he's going to go ahead and call. He's going to be out of position there. Ooh, there were my 2 hearts. Still, this could have gotten me into a lot of trouble.
Shit.
Let's see what Mr. Fish does. This could have gotten me into really a lot of trouble.
I bet. Fold.
I would have to call here my 195. And Kiki lays it down. We did see Kiki, though. Earlier in the match, he just made the weirdest call on the river, $300. Just so strange, because he couldn't even beat top pair after I 3-barreled it. Very, very strange.
Fold.
I think I'm going to fold this too. I'm going to stick with my initial strategy. Let's see, there's about 4 minutes left in the level, and then the levels are going to be going up to, let's see, what's the 50 and 100, and at that point there, at 50 and 100, McChristoph is going to be down to 10 big blinds.
Call.
Well, maybe he'll go out sooner than that. Well, let's see.
Bet. Call.
Well, that's very, very strange.
Bet.
I just don't see how McChristoph can do anything else, but he really can't pretty much fold.
I raise.
And he leaves himself 70 chips behind. I have a feeling Kiki was just running another bluff here, because otherwise why would he think about it? So strange. Always ask for extra time? Still, though.
I fold.
Oh my God. Oh my God. That is just so weird. That is really weird. Okay. As I said, we want to put pressure on the small and the big blind, and this is a great hand to do it with because it does look a little bit suspicious.
Fold.
Let's see what they do.
Call. Fold.
I'm going to have position though, and we'll soon find out.
Check.
I think I'm going to look at my cards. I've got a backdoor to the clubs as well. Let's try. Let me see now how much. 315 looks good because he's got 1800 left. It's hard to make a pair, huh?
And here's the turn card.
That card doesn't look good for me, and that's the reason why I let out on the flop. Because now I can look at my card. Now my question is, because normally if he's going to be calling there, he either has like ace something or he maybe had a 9. So I'm going to go ahead and check.
Check.
And let's see what he does. I may have to call. Now, value or not? Actually, I need to call time here. Because if he checks, would he really check with a set of 9s? I don't think he would check with 2 pair either because he'd be afraid of... But anyway... I'm going to regret this if I don't get any value, but I'm just going to go ahead and check.
There you go.
Yep. Ace Queen.
Oh yeah! Hey, woo! Yeah, go on. Fold.
Ah, he did have a flush. Oh, bull. Man, I got out of that.
Cool.
I seriously got out of. I escaped. That was an incredible escape there. We're going to check.
I check.
Wow, I really escaped with my skin there. Because I almost value bet, and that would have just been money just burnt right off there.
Check.
We have a gut shot to a wheel. We're going to go ahead and check.
Check. I'm gonna check.
And it looks as though our wheel just hit. Bet of 60. I wonder now. I don't think I can re-raise, so I'm going to call. I have a straight. I hit my gut shot.
Call.
And we're getting full value here. Now let's see what Mr. Fish does.
Bet.
I know I'm going to be re-raising, but I don't really want to raise that much. I want to raise enough so that he's going to call with an ace something.
Raise.
This has got to look pretty strong though.
I fold.
But at the same time it's 300 and he has 1,200, so he can sort of think, well, I can go ahead and call, I still have 900 left. We're definitely not showing this no matter what.
I fold.
That was a world-class laydown though, and I think I'm going to have to tell him this.
Good fold. Fold.
That was a very, very, very good laydown, and suddenly I have tons, way more respect for Mr. Fish than I did before. I'm going to go ahead and limp in.
Cool. Check.
Here comes the flop.
This is once again, now we've seen Kiki, he tends to lead
check.
out with nothing. So we're going to kind of let him lead out. I'm going to look at my cards again. And I'm going to check again. And just trying to get him to lead out. But at the same time he's betting 100. I'm somewhat worried about the ace. But I'm going to go ahead and call. I'm just thinking that he's trying to get me off my hand.
Let's see the river.
I'm pretty much in check call mode here. If he wants to bluff at it one more time, I'm going to let him.
Bet.
200. Well, what can I beat? I guess I'm going to have to call here. I don't like it.
Cool. There you go.
Okay. That's bad play on my part. That was pretty much bad play on my part. I think it has to be said, huh? That was probably a fold. But then again, as they say, if you had a half hour to think about every decision, you'd never make any bad decisions.
Fold. Cool.
Well, that's pretty much the first fuck up I've made so far. And I still have 3,000 bucks, and now the blinds have gone up. Unfortunately, everyone still has 20, 23, and 12 big blinds. So no one's in the super danger zone just yet. But I do have to admit, I'm really impressed by that fold by Mr. Fish. I have a ton more respect for him here. We're going to go ahead and let this go.
I fold.
And Mr. Fish gets a limp. I mean a walk. Have a sip of coffee. Alright, next hand. I'm in the big blind here.
Cool.
We get an early call. Now when the blinds get this big, I start becoming suspicious of limps, because
Fold.
the way I put it is, a limp is as good as a raise.
Fold.
And of course I could have any two cards, but I do have actually pretty good cards, so I'm going to go ahead and check.
I check.
I'm out of position, so I'm definitely not going to mess it with it. I'm going to look at my cards, and once again I'm kind of hoping that he's going to bluff at the pot.
Check. Bet.
Normally I wouldn't slow play like this, but here I think I'm going to re-raise to 300.
Raise.
I'm going to check raise him,
Call.
and he calls right away. I'm going to check again.
I check. I bet.
Very suspicious. Am I messing up here? This is exactly what I'm thinking about. If I'm messing up, I'm going to call.
Call.
I have two pair, so I'm going to check. I'm going to let him bet at me again.
Check. Bet.
I'm hoping that he has ace queen, and here we are going to go all in.
All in.
I have two pair now. I wonder if he's going to be able to resist, because really now he's down to 1,385. He's got to be thinking that either I'm on a bluff, or I really did have like ace king, and maybe his ace 10 or ace jack is no good.
I fold.
He was on a total airball there. I got an applaud from Mr. Fish, which is good. But most importantly, now we have two short stacks. And that is good for me.
Fold. Fold.
Let me check my cards. We fold this too.
Fold.
Alright. 75 and 150. So Kiki and Mr. Fish are in the danger zone, but once again, when they're in the danger zone, that means that sort of all-in shoves, like I was just talking about, these sort of all-in shoves are highly likely because they're down to the danger zone.
Come on!
I'm gonna fold.
Yes! Hey, alright, yeah, whoo! Oh, get it!
Now once again, here's the good spot for me to raise.
It's your turn to act.
Oh, yeah! Hey, woo! Yeah, go on!
I don't think I'm going to do it here, not with 9-3.
Fold. Fold.
And it's in my interest to have the two little stacks mix it up. It's McChristoph already has the 75 in, but nope, he's playing it cool. Alright, big blind for me.
Cool.
Once again, for me, a call's as good as a raise here.
Raise.
Everybody's kind of in the danger zone.
I fold.
And I'm going to look at my hand and I'm going to fold it.
Fold.
And let these guys mix it up.
Fold.
Kiki just lit a match to 100 chips. What we really need and what we haven't had so far is like a big, huge hand like queens or kings or aces.
Fold. I fold.
I don't like being out of position, so I'm going to fold.
I fold.
I just soon let him have 75 and keep him on the short stack. There's no sense in giving him any more chips than is necessary.
Fold.
This is going to look very suspicious here, but we're going to go ahead and put pressure on. Now I think we're going to raise it to 450
Raise.
and make them commit, especially Kiki.
Fold.
If he's got anything, there we go, and I take down the blinds. Great.
Oh yeah. Ha ha ha. Woo. Go on. Get him.
There we go. We weaken the other guys. But really, I just don't want to play the police here. Really, I just assume that one of these guys gets it in so that I can make, once again, we are going to make it 3x
Raise.
with our 8s. And I will be ready to call here with my 8s.
I fold. I fold.
And we take it down again and we weaken them even more. Alright. So far so good, but we're really no sense in talking about it just yet.
Fold.
We want to be real careful, and Mr. Fish plays his short stack perfectly, and I fold it.
Fold.
And he takes my big blind. And he shows an ace, which makes sense, actually. If I was on a short stack, I'd be raising with any ace anyway. Let me check my cards. We are going to put this fellow all in.
All in. Fold.
And we don't show. And we've weakened Kiki even more. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left, but anyway, 75, 150, he has like 6 big blinds left, and he's really in the danger zone. Another ace. This is but such a weak ace. I swear, I just don't want to.
Cool.
I've been raising way too much, and to raise a third time is just going to look weird, and especially with ace 3, I just don't want to. I just don't want to look like that for the table. I just don't want the table to think that I'm all of a sudden got this big stack and I want to push everybody around with nothing. I just soon fold that and let these guys mix it up. Now I just don't see how this 150 is smart. It's either shove or fold. He has.
I'm gonna fold.
Wow. Okay. I just don't see how that 150 is smart myself. All right. I'm first to act. We're going to make it 3x with our king queen.
Raise. Fold.
This definitely has got to look suspicious. I'm hoping to provoke a shove, as somebody thinks I'm ready to go with this anyway. Oh, McChristof's become disconnected. Oh, wow, 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 wow. But anyway, let's just hope that he stays disconnected, because to tell you the truth, there we go. And I will be calling a shove for Mr. Fish, huh? And that's exactly what he's thinking about it. In my opinion, he's thinking,
Fold.
this looks really suspicious, huh? I'm not going to show. Absolutely don't want to give any more information away than I absolutely have to. Okay, big blind for me.
Call. I call.
And a call. From such a little small stack as Mr. Fish, this looks very, very suspicious. So I'm going to check, and I'm going to proceed with extreme caution here, because Mr. Fish is trying to get the maximum value for his money there.
Check.
He checks. I once again have a draw to a gut shot. I'm going to go ahead and check.
I check. Check.
Okay, here's the turn.
Very suspicious. There's that third spade. If Mr. Fish
And
has
it's
an
your
ace
turn
now,
to
he's got to be a little bit worried that he's slow played. I have the king of spades, but once again, there's no sense of giving these guys any
I
more money
check.
than what's in the pot, really.
I'm all in.
And that really puts Mr. Fish and me in a tough spot.
Fold.
I'm guessing that I have any spade. I'm going to call time. So I have 9 outs, plus the 4 outs, that's 13 outs. 13 times 2 is 26%, so I win 1 time out of every 4 times. There's 1,553, and it costs me 1,000, so that's really not 3 to 1, so I'm going to fold.
Fold.
I fold.
I'm all in.
I can't really. Mr. Fish is playing his small stack correctly.
Fold.
I just do not want to weaken myself here. And at 100, 200, 100, 200, Kiki has 6 big blinds,
All in.
and he has 7 big blinds. I can't really call this either, not with Jack 4.
Fold. All
Fold.
in. There you go.
Well, all right.
Here comes the flop.
All I can really hope is that somebody wins.
All in.
The thing is, oh, McChristoph is back, huh? I thought he was sitting out. Okay, fold.
Fold.
Because McChristoph can play the police here. Or Kiki can play the police.
I call.
And actually, they can just team up to... there we go. They can just team up to knock him out.
Okay, let's go.
All right. Now, please knock him out. Please knock him out.
Check.
There we go.
Bet.
These guys have understood, and we get a fold.
There you
No,
go.
he didn't. He didn't fucking call with 9-6. You didn't fucking bluff him out of the pot with 9-6, Kiki. Seriously. That is so dumb. Oh my god. Oh my god, that is just so dumb. You got a chance to get into 3rd place. Oh, that's just so dumb.
I'm gonna call.
And now we just let Mr.
Fold.
Fish back into the match. I'm going to go all in, and I'm ready to go all in with my 7s.
Fold.
Okay, good enough. We weaken him. So far so good, but believe me, I'm not counting my chickens, not just yet.
Fold.
I'm all in.
You know what? That stupid move from Kiki. If he didn't make that stupid bluff there, we could have eliminated Mr. Fish. I would call here. But as it is, I'm going to go ahead, since he's, I'd be willing to bet you that he calls anyway. And let's just hope that he sucks out. Who knows? 6, 5, 8, 7.
This is the river.
He just let Mr. Fish in the back in the match.
It's
Fold.
your turn.
Kiki has totally screwed it up for everybody here. We are going to this one here. I need a little bit more time to think about it. We're going to raise 2.5x.
Raise. I fold.
I guess with King 10, even if he has an ace, I guess I'm probably getting odds here. If he wants to shove, I'm going to call.
Fold.
And he doesn't. Okay, good enough. So far so good, and I have to admit that the tension is really building here. I just want these short stacks out of the game. That's all I want. This guy's going into muck. I've been raising way too much. It's true I've been getting good hands, but I really have not made a move like kind of a 3x raise with 9-7 offsuit or anything like that. Every time I've made a move, it's been with a decent hand. And yes, get it all in there, McChristoph. Come on, baby. Just somebody knock somebody out.
Here's the turn.
And then they split the pot. Oh man, this is terrible. This is terrible. Can't somebody knock somebody out here? Seriously.
Fold.
I'm gonna fold.
Call.
This call looks really suspicious, huh? I'm going to check.
I check.
Because he's been shoving all in. He's got to have like a monster sort of hand. He's been shoving all in.
Bet.
Look at these little dinky bets. Before it was all in, all in, all in. Honestly, my spidey sense is tingling here. And I'm just getting out of it. I'm guessing kings or queens or something like that. And he put the 200 in to see if I had an ace. Really, that little dinky, that little limpy there. Why would he limp there when he's been going all in every hand? Very suspicious.
Fold. Fold.
We're going to fold this too.
I fold.
Right now I'm aiming for the money. 125, 250, and Mr. Fish is down to 4 big blinds, and McChristoph is down to 4 big blinds too.
Fold.
Basically, they have no room to maneuver. I think I am going to 3x him here with this Jack 10.
I raise. Fold.
The way I see it, if he's got like an ace or something like that, he's going to go all in. And wow, he folds. Wow. How can he... Okay, well anyway, I'm happy about that, but great. Great. Now come on, you short stacks, seriously. Somebody just go out. We are going to raise 3x
Raise.
with our ace.
I call.
That's not good. That is not good at all.
Fold. Fold.
Of course they're going to fold.
Okay, let's see the flop.
Well, I don't have much here. I'm going to check, but I'll bet you that
check.
Kiki doesn't have much either. Unless maybe he's got a...
I bet.
And 250 is so suspicious, I fold.
Fold.
Either that's a brilliant move, but I honestly don't think so, because anybody that doesn't know that you're trying to knock somebody out when somebody's all in and you got 2 callers, I just no longer have. I just don't think he's a good player anymore. On the other hand, Mr. Fish knows what the hell he's doing, and McChristoph is basically just holding on with his fingernails.
I'm gonna fold.
Call.
Check.
I check.
Now I need to get
Let's
really,
see this
really lucky here.
Bet.
Well, I basically can't. I can't call.
Fold.
I have nothing. I have 4-2. I can't really. I can't do it. Okay, the tension is mounting at 125, 250. Both these guys are on life support here, but nobody wants to go out.
Fold.
I fold.
I'm going to call with my Jack 10.
I call.
This may be silly. Yep, and as it turns out, it was silly. Still, there's 750 in the pot. I'm looking at my cards one more time. I think it's going to be worth 250 to me.
I call.
This is the kind of hand it's the big pair cracker. I check.
Check. Bet.
Okay, I fold.
Fold.
Well, my my big stack has been going down and down and down and down here, and I have a feeling that things are escaping me. But we just need to get hand over hand here.
I fold.
I'm going to fold this too. I suppose I should put pressure on, but to tell you the truth, now that Kiki has more chips than me, and I just do not want to face a.
I call. There you go.
God. Okay. Well, all I can really hope is that he sucks out or somebody sucks out, but nobody's going to suck out there.
And here's the river.
Way to go, Kiki. Seriously, man, you're messing it up for everybody. Great. Now he's got 6 big blinds. We fold this.
Fold. Fold.
Call.
I'm all in.
Well, just somebody do something, seriously. Oh no, you can't fold.
Yes.
You can't fold. Now, the one time he has ace king, though, he shows it, of course.
Woo! Go on, get it.
Fold.
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 And I get a walk. Finally, somebody gives me a hand. It's just ridiculous how this Kiki guy is just giving the short stacks chips.
I fold.
Fold.
I'm going to raise 3x.
Raise. Fold.
I mean, if you're just going to be giving your money away, dude, seriously. God, this is so nerve-wracking. Just nobody wants to go out, and this Kiki guy is just giving his money away.
All in.
All I can hope is I got a hand that I can call him with. Nope, that's not it.
I fold. Call.
All in.
Wow.
I call.
Wow. All I can hope now
There
is
you
that
go.
Kiki hits a queen. Come on, baby. Queen. All right, there's his queen. Actually, oh no, and Mr. Fish hits a 5. And an ace. Oh my God. Mr. Fish came back from like nothing. But he is a really good player, huh?
Yes, come on. Get in.
Let's tell him. Nice hand.
Nice hand.
We're going to shove.
Thank you. All in. Fold. Fold.
That probably was a mistake, but it got through, so good enough. Okay, now, in fact, the guy with the target on his back is Kiki. So things have completely switched around.
Fold. Raise.
Now there's no way duck. There's basically, although I will have position, actually I'll tell you what I'm going to do is I'm going to Hollywood a little bit here, like I'm really thinking about it. Really thinking about it, like, you know, why would you be raising me here? Why? Okay, I fold. But here now, basically, survival is key. And now we're at 150-300. So let's see, that puts Kiki at 6 big blinds. And basically nobody really has a lot of money. Still, though,
And it's your turn to act.
I really want second. We're going to min plus this 650.
Raise. All in.
And I only have 4 seconds left.
Yes, come on. Get in.
Well, 1,200. I still have some money to come back with my own shoves. I'm going to call.
Cool.
Okay, I have
You
Queen
got it.
Jack, though. I have 2 live cards. That's all that I wanted. Queen Jack. Oh, it didn't work out. God damn it. If I don't cash here, I'm going to really be pissed. And now it's me in the danger zone. God, where did I mess up? I guess I'm going to have to watch the video after this to see where I messed up. I'm going to fold.
Fold. Cool. I check. Bet. I call.
Still, this has been a very instructive match. I'll be happy to upload this to YouTube.
Check. Bet.
No matter what happens. But
Well.
really, I just can't figure out what happened there. Probably that Queen Jack was probably pretty silly. But then again, I figure out, well, I got 2 live cards, or ace a week, or whatever, pocket 7s, or pocket 8s, or whatever, a coin flip. I mean, at that point there, you pretty much have got to play to get second, and I had the stack to do it.
Fold. All in.
And I have to fold.
Fold.
Well, 300, 5 big blinds. Okay, well, we'll be looking to get in with any ace, any sort of anything, really.
Raise.
I'd say this is it, because otherwise, what else am I going to do? All in.
I'm all in. Fold. Call.
Come
There you go.
on. Yes.
I need some help. Wow.
Yes.
Flush.
Come on.
Wow. 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 I needed some help. Oh my God. Oh my God. Wow. What a hand. And now we're all equal. We'll fold this.
Fold. I raise.
Come on, you guys. Just get it in. Come on, you guys. Well, it's no longer pick on the short stack anymore, boys.
Call.
Wow, and they call. Come on now, get it in and give me second.
I bet. Raise.
Oh, please, please, please call. Please call. Please, please, please call. Just somebody do it. Call, 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 call. Please call.
Oh.
Please, please. Oh, man. And he shows the king. It helps to catch cards, I have to admit.
Raise.
I have to fold this.
I raise. Fold.
Wow. Come on now.
Fold.
Do it, do it, do it. Somebody fucking do it now. Man, he still has 2,000 whatever though. 10. 10, 10, 10, 10, and I make second. What? Yes!
Come on.
Yes! I cash. Alright, now we can... Alright. I make second. Now we can start heads up here. I'm going to start with a fold, actually. I like to throw... the heads up guy off a little bit by starting with a limp here and a limp there and whatever.
Raise.
And I'm going to go ahead and wimp this out too. I'm going to fold.
Fold.
Let's tell the guy GG, because now I cashed. I don't care. That's it though. I'm serious, man. I wanted second place so bad, and now I want first. Here we're going to 650 it.
Raise. Raise.
Well, I guess this is pretty much it, huh, Max? Let's do it.
All in. Call. There you go.
That's exactly 10-4. Great. I figure I'm 40%. There's my 4. Oh, and there's the queen.
Yes,
Shit.
come on. Get in.
All right. Good game.
Come on.